Careful, pendejo, careful! Oh.
Hey, you want to jump in and get a lesson?
Nah, another time, bro. Come on, we're going swimming.
Who you know with the pool?
Hey, Tina, I know you've been swimming at Los Ricos' house.
Los Ricos ain't there. They haven't been there for a while.
I just want to see what it's like.
It's like we're living the high life.
Start packing up your things. It's time to go.
Esto es tu culpa. Demasiado orgulloso para pedir ayuda ahora.
Sorry about your parents. It'll get better.
One day, we'll be out of this place.
Tina said Los Ricos haven't even been here in a while.
Yeah, but you don't know when they're coming back.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Who are they? Rich people. Doesn't matter. Today, this is all ours.
To Los Ricos!
Don't you think it would bother the rich people knowing stealing from them?
Is it so bad to pretend to be someone else? Don't move. Just let us go. Stop! Get on your knees.
We ain't even threatening you, man.
Get down on the ground! Stop screaming!
Go back to the barrio or the trailer park or wherever you're from.
We don't belong here. We can't stay here forever.
Thieves. Liars. You just want to take. You don't know us. You live behind your big fences.
But we're your neighbors, man.
You can't ignore me anymore.
When I was watching Rich Kids, I kind of had the feeling, and I was wondering how much of what your cast was doing was based on your direction and how much of it was coming from them from an improv level. So I was just kind of wondering how that kind of blend of direction kind of maybe took place, like you and them coming up with some of their own material or reactions or anything like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is really just a testament to show how truly talented and professional they are, because there was no improvisation at all that took place. They said the exact words that my co-writer, David Saldana, and I wrote. So, you know, they worked very hard. They rehearsed together when they were not on set working. You know, they were just extremely committed to their roles and just really professional and just really naturals and talented. So yeah, no improv at all. And you know, I get that question a lot because it just shows just how natural they are, you know, they're naturals.
Yes. Yeah, they certainly are. They certainly are. So, and that you brought up another thing I was going to ask. I was with Mr. David Saldana. So you and he co-wrote this. And what's the co-writing process like when you're doing something like this? Because you'll have your thoughts, he'll have his thoughts, and then, well, you just said it. They stuck to what you wrote, which is great. So was that a lengthy process, or was it kind of a short process up until the production of the film? Or
yeah, it took about a year to write that script. And you know, David and I are both parents. We work, you know, so we have a lot of responsibilities outside of being filmmakers. You know, we're just regular people who are, you know, trying to break into the business and, you know, make things too. And, you know, we had taken, you know, I had come to David with, you know, a basic outline of what I wanted the story to be, because it was taken from, you know, a true life situation. And then David and I spent probably about 6 months talking about just character development. And, you know, that's something that, you know, David is really good at, is just, you know, wanting to dig in and get to know these people on a deeper level and make them really you know, well-rounded. And so we did a lot of that together. And then then we finally got to the point, and, you know, he was like, why don't you go write the first pass and then I'll come from there. And so then I went and wrote the first pass of it. And then wherever there were areas where I was like, I have no idea what's going to happen here, then I would just, you know, pass it over to him, and we would just pass it back and forth to each other, you know, like just making each other's scripts better, or you know, each other's work better, back and forth. And we didn't end up doing a whole lot of rewrites on it. We probably did about 3 passes on the script, which, you know, I would recommend anybody to do a 10 pass on a screenplay before you shoot it. But I was just so gung-ho to get the film made. I really had a lot of motivation to get it going. And so when we got to a place where it felt good, I was like, let's do this, you know. One thing that I think is interesting is that when we shot the film, there were some scenes that I had to rewrite, you know, on set that weren't working as they were. And so I had to go back and rewrite them, you know, before we filmed them. And I definitely got input and help from the actors at that point, who they would say like, well, I don't think my character would say that. And so I really, you know, was trying to, you know, I really try to keep an open dialogue with everyone that I work with on set, so that everybody is able to feel like they're a collaborator, because, you know, you can't, you know, do it all on your own. You know, everybody's got a good idea and you should listen to it. So we shot the film. We went and we did a rough edit of the film, and then there were still scenes that weren't working, like the opening of the film, the opening scene of the film, where the parents are arguing, and they're getting kicked out of their house. That did not exist in the original film. And I was like, I have messed it up. I've messed up the opening scene. I need to go back. We need to rewrite it. We need to reshoot it. We need to totally change the whole opening of the film to help this character's trajectory and the reason why he chooses to do the things he does, you know. And so we did it. You know, we took that chance. We rewrote that scene, took the chance, totally changed it to something completely different, and it worked so well, you know. And we did that also with another scene where we just rewrote that scene, and that was really because it was the scene with the character named Tina, who had the little girl in the beginning, and she tells her, she tells Matt, the main character, that the family is out of town, and that's what gives him the idea to go break in. You know, we cast Brittany Sandoval, that actress, and for that role, and just really, she's just an incredible actress and just a wonderful person, and I just felt absolutely in love with her, and I really wanted to give her more, you know. And so we rewrote that scene to just give her, you know, an even deeper character and give her more. And that really worked out so well because, you know, when the audiences saw that scene, saw the film and saw the scene, they fell in love with her. And she only has one scene in the movie, and he is a character that is very impactful and that audiences really love and want more of. So, you know, I guess that's a testament to realizing that filmmaking is an evolving process, and that your screenplay is just your blueprint, and that you just have to keep working and keep making it work, and don't be afraid to admit if something's not working, and to try to do everything that you can to fix it, you know, whether that's in editing or rewriting. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, because definitely, like, some of the things, like when you're writing and then once you get on set, you know, your view, your thought of when you're writing and then once you're actually on the set, maybe 2 different things. And then I'm sure that when you just mentioned, you know, you mentioned editing as well. Once you are on the set, and then once you're in the editing booth, what you think you're going to do when you're editing may be a little different than what you thought you were going to do when you were on the set, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes. Because you get the footage and you go, okay, well, I thought I had, this is what I thought I had. Now, what do I really have, you know, and how am I going to make that work? I think the interesting thing is that, you know, like you said, you know, you have this, you're writing, you have an idea of what it's going to look like and what it's going to be. And honestly, you know, David and I had a very different perspective of what the tone of the film was going to be. It was going to be a lot harsher, a lot darker, and a lot grittier. But then once you threw the other people into the mix, and you throw yourself into the mix of like, who are you as a person, and you know, like, and who are these actors playing the roles, and who is the cinematographer, and you know, all of these people, and what's the energy on set? Well, that's like, you know, it's like I don't know if I wouldn't say it's like completely out of your control, because, you know, like I could push it that way, but it really was just like, I wanted it to be like, who are you actors? You know, bring yourself as much to the story as possible. And they're all amazing, beautiful, spectacular people. They are leaders, and they had a lot of love on the set for each other, and you know, and so that comes through, and that just changes it all. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something you can make happen.
And just like you said, it's worked. And it's certainly, not only has it worked for you and your cast and your crew, it's also worked for the film festival circuit. Because like I said, you got a lot of different awards. I mean, you won at the New York Latino Festival for best film, and then Phoenix Film Festival, that was best ensemble acting. Real East Texas Film Festival, you had 3 winnings there, including best drama, best actor, and then best cinematography. And that's just a few. I mean, there's more winnings, but that's just a handful of them that I just mentioned there. So how does it feel like when people are in person, are giving you the feedback when you're at these film festivals and people are approaching you, giving you feedback about your film? What's that like?
It feels amazing because, you know, when I first wrote the script, I remember showing it to my mom and, you know, saying, I know everybody's going to hate this movie, and but I don't care. I want to make it anyway for myself, because I feel like I have something I want to say to the world. And so for it to have the opposite effect, that in fact, you know, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that do hate the movie, but you know, the overwhelming love for the film from audiences around the country has been much greater than the hatred. It feels so rewarding because we did put so much love into the film, and you know, it was you know, I was willing to, you know, ruin my life to have the film get finished and succeed. And so it's wonderful to take it around the country to different communities, to people from different walks of life, different economic status, different cultural backgrounds, and for somehow the film resonates with everyone, that everyone can see themselves in this film, or they can develop some empathy for these characters and to be transformed in some way. It's absolutely amazing, and I feel so grateful that was our experience.
Yeah, and Rich Kids can be found on IMDb TV as well as Amazon Prime Video for anyone who wants to take a look at it for themselves. And if anyone wants to see your next works or anything else that you have coming up in the future, or even take a look into your past a bit, what web do you direct them to?
Well, my personal website is This Is Laura Summers, and it's spelled SOMERS .com. And that just has a little bit of my history and some images from my past works, and hopefully in the near future, some announcements about my future work.
That's right. So I want to tell you, people will certainly be looking at that, and I just want to tell you, congratulations on your awards. Congratulations on finding the cast that you put together, and definitely look forward to seeing what you come up with next. So thanks for coming.
Thanks, Andre.